Hello, I'm Lacreta Johnson, and welcome to It Takes a Village. I'm here today because there's been this, there has been this placed in my spirit where I've always I've been trying to figure out what it takes to help children. And God has been always placing in my spirit that my ministry was to help parents. And it's been in my spirit recently about that saying that says it takes a village. And when we really stop and think as far as how to help our youth, it really does take a village. In the village, if you think about it, the village, it creates opportunities for our children. But at the same time, the village consists of our parents, our grandparents, our neighbors, our politicians, our aunts, uncles, cousins, all of those. And then remember a long time ago when in our village, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, we had the doctors, the attorneys, the mailman, the milkman, all of those were in the same neighborhood, and we collaborated with each other. Every neighbor knew whose children were whose. And we were there. We were there in a way that no matter what you did, somebody's daddy, somebody's uncle knew what you did. They knew who your father was. And before you could get home, whatever you had done wrong, they already knew about it. So what that did is it helped us as children to realize the respect that we had for our parents. And as well as when we went out into the community, we knew how to act, or at least we knew how to act when those adults were around. But even in all of that, what helped us to become the people that we are today, and even if we messed up along the way, and I know I did, but I'm just saying, even if we messed up along the way, there was that honor, that respect that we had within ourselves. It helped us to understand that we could trust what we had been taught a long time ago. We also learned to be productive people. So what I'm saying is our online village will consist of me, you, and a lot of other people that have collective ideas of what we really want to do is be an assistant. We want to help in any way we can. I realize that there are a lot of parents out there that are working double jobs, working 2 jobs, or working long hours or whatever, which takes them away. And I want all of us to collaborate together, not just us giving you information, but you telling us what you need in order for us to even help you. Because I realize that I just retired recently, and I know talking to a lot of young people there who were parents, they work a lot of long hours. They don't have a whole lot of time with their children. And in my time and day, my grandmother was our babysitter. They were older women sometimes at the church that were our babysitter. And they were older parents. They were older people who had worked and retired. And they were now home with us while our parents were working. So that gave us people that cared. That gave us people that had already raised children, that maybe had already worked. Now they have time at home. So they were looking at raising children from a different perspective. Even just like me, I say I've made mistakes with my children, but I look at my grandchildren and I want to do things differently. Or I want to help my children not make the mistakes I made. Well, that's the way I looked at my grandmother. That's the way my grandmother was to me. So as a minister, as a grandmother, I want to help. There are other people that want to help. I know that some of the things that our neighbors did was that while we were talking about being doctors, attorneys, and different people in the neighborhood, there were also people that the children looked up to. So they passed on those passions of being an attorney, being a doctor, being a seamstress, whatever it was. There were people in the neighborhood, carpenters, plumbers, all of that, and people looked up to them. They learned from them. And those things that they did, they grew up in the children, and the children had something to look up to. So while they were just not the fact that things that we were learning from our parents, we were learning from our neighbors. And I look at things now and say, we are all helpers one to another. God placed us all on the earth to help one another. He told us to love our neighbors. He told us to respect our parents. All of those things that God told us to do, we work together in that neighborhood as far as being helpers one to another. In other words, a part of the village. I had this paper that I read, and it talks about it takes a village. A village to raise a child originated from an African proverb and conveys the message that it takes many people, the village, to provide a safe, healthy environment for children, where children are given the security they need to develop and flourish and to be able to realize their full potential. The village today is different than it was in our days, but at the same time, I'm asking all of you to help have an online village, a village where the same thing that we had in our neighborhoods can be online, and which means that it will consist of a whole lot more people, a whole lot more ideas. And I want people and parents to speak about what it is they're looking for, because I want us to collaborate as to help one another. I'm not trying to say that I have all the answers, because I don't. I need your help. Our parents need your help. We want to create this open atmosphere where people can come together and talk and collaborate with one another on our children, how to help our children, our grandchildren, so that they can be productive. You know, it's a lot of children out there, and they are so angry. They're in a lot of deep pain. And it has a lot to do with them being by themselves, not having all the answers. And some of us, or some of you, have answers that they need, that they're looking for. We need a solution. Our youth are in so much pain that they're bleeding out in the streets. It's harming our entire communities. And it's a way for us to come together to help the parents, help the children, and all of us can live in unity together. But this is so very important. It's very close to my heart, because I want to do everything God helps me to do. I want this to be a place where we can collaborate with each other, put on your videos, speak out your truths, just speak and talk. But I don't want anyone to down another person, don't get me wrong, because all of us come from different backgrounds. We'll have different ideas, and one person's solution might not work for one person, but it might work for someone else. So I want this to be a starting point for something different, something new, something that can be a blessing to our parents as well as our grandparents, because grandparents need help too. I know I do. So I'm just asking you to make this something. It'll be on every first Friday at 12 noon. And it'll be our Amazing Grace Christian Church channel. You can reach us or find us at Amazing Grace Christian Church. I really hope and pray that you will collaborate with me. Tell me, give me your ideas. Tell me what's going on in your heart. Tell me what it is you're looking for. If you're a parent, tell me what you're looking for. If you're a person that can just give information, tell me what you have. Send your videos, do whatever. But I really want to collaborate. This is not just from me, but it takes a village. It means from all of us. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. Peace out. Catch us each first Friday of the month at 12 noon. And remember, it takes a village.